We are all tempted by the caramelized, gooey goodness of that classic pineapple upside-down cake. But those calories, they can add up quick. We've got a perfectly portioned solution that your taste buds and your waistline will thank you for. We're thanking Becky Low because she's here with this recipe for mini pineapple upside-down cakes. These are the cutest thing that have been in our kitchen this year.
Well, thank you.
They're darling. I mean, next to you. Next to you. They're super cute and kind of retro. It kind of takes us back in a cheery way.
You know, actually, they were very popular, pineapple upside-down cake in the 60s and 70s, but it actually dates back to the 1920s.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, when we wanted to have caramelized fruit on the bottom of a skillet cake, and we would dump it out, and here would be this caramely goodness.
Yeah.
And it just took a transformation when we added the pineapple.
There it is.
Well, the retro, we still like it, but you're right, sometimes those calories add up, and so I've got some tips. You know, one is the proportion size, which
just go mini. That adds to the cuteness for sure.
Does. And you're right. It could be very fun for showers and weddings. And,
yeah, I mentioned that earlier. And I also understand you're using a yellow cake mix, right? Just a basic box mix.
Yeah, you could make it from scratch, but I'm going to slip ahead and do.
Bless her for that, because there's no scratch making cakes in my house. I'm just going to say that right now.
Okay. All right, so this is actually so simple, and you can do these little muffin tins. It makes 48 of them. So 4 pans, you've got 48 servings rather than 6 to 8 servings. So we've cut it down from there.
Could you do it in a regular size if you wanted to, a little bigger?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
So basically the 48 would be the same as 2 standard 12-cup muffin pans.
Got it.
Okay, so let's get busy with it.
Okay.
We want to add about 3/4 of a teaspoon of butter.
3/4?
Yeah, so how do you measure 3/4? Well, do it like your grandma did. It was just kind of dumping down.
Actually, just
so approximately.
Yeah.
Yep, and while you're doing that.
There's no 3/4 in my
No, there's not.
ring.
And you know, this is something that the kids are really good with. Okay, so I'm going to actually
what is this, butter? This is butter? Okay.
Yep, melted butter. This adds that wonderful flavor of butter, and we're actually going to cut out the oil in the cake mix, so we have cut down a whole cup of oil with it.
Take it out completely?
And, yeah, we are.
Oh, wow, okay.
We are. Okay, now while you're doing that, on that side, I'm going to add just a teaspoon of brown sugar to each of those. And that's where that caramely comes from.
Look at
and
that cute little mounded scoop.
Yeah, it's just a teaspoon.
How many times have I said cute in the last 5 minutes?
You know, these are just cute. Okay, then take your finger and just kind of spread those around in there.
Well, there goes the cute little mound I was just gushing over, but whatever.
You know, put that in there. And again, this is a great one for little hands and little kids to help with.
Becky's cooked with Emmy in the Studio 5 kitchen, so she knows this is the type of recipe Emmy would be all about.
Okay, next thing, add your cherries to it. So we want to stick a cherry in.
Just the maraschino cherries?
Yep, maraschino, and because this is a little mini, I cut those maraschinos in half. And if you want something a little bit more attractive, then turn the cut side up.
Oh, up, sorry.
Yeah, it doesn't matter,
the wrong way.
Yeah, put it in there.
I used to beg my mom to just give me a spoon and crack open the maraschino cherry jar and just go to town.
Yeah.
How gross is that?
Okay, next, crushed pineapple. So if you want the pretty of the traditional cake, then that's great. You know, do a round pan.
Okay.
But we want those little mini bites, and so I have just a 20-ounce can of pineapple, and we want to squeeze out the excess juice with it. Okay, which I've done. You can see that drained off to the side. And here's a little tip. We're adding about a teaspoon to it as well. Okay. So, you know, just another spoon, and I'm going to move this between us so that you can add
pineapple?
it. Yep.
Okay.
Yep, and we're just kind of putting it. A melon baller works great for this as well. And then just kind of push those into the bottom. So you don't need to put a lot in it, but push that to the bottom. Now, while you're doing that, I'm going to take that juice away from you because we want the juice into the cake mix. Okay. Okay, so here's my juice. I'm going to actually put that to a side. And the cake mix calls for 3 eggs, half a cup of oil, a cup of water. Well, we're going to add the pineapple juice, which will actually improve the flavor of it.
No oil.
And no oil, no oil. So this makes it more of a sponge cake rather than that tenderness that you would get from the regular
Which just
cake
complements
mix.
the caramelized brown sugar, don't you think?
Yep, yep. And don't bring out your big mixer with this. Just whisk it together. And I'm going to actually trade those off. You know, you're whisking for about 2 minutes or until it's all combined. So I'll swap those out.
I'm sitting here thinking, isn't there a song with the lyric, "Many hands make light work"? Is that a song? Or,
oh, yeah, I think so.
We're not going to make you sing it,
Okay, next thing, I'm going to give you a tablespoon.
Okay.
So this is your measuring spoon, easy recipes.
I am so busy. Why am I so busy?
Yeah, you know, you're adding that pineapple to it. And I'm going to actually
See, now I'm getting careless. Now I'm getting careless.
Okay, we're good.
Okay, okay.
All right, we'll add this to it. There's a pan. Actually, bring that back because
I'm stressed. This is stressful.
Okay, and you're using about a tablespoon of, I'm going to put that between us so that we can each do it.
Oh, now there's an idea. Let's each work out our own pan.
Oh, all right. I'll work on yours that you just filled. Okay, about a tablespoon of cake batter in each of these, and then it bakes, and it's about the same time that you would bake a cookie, so about 12 to 15 minutes.
Oh, that's it?
That's it.
And it's just little layers is all.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. When you turn it out while it's still warm, and that gooiness will run out. But if some of the batter, the cake topping, sticks down in the pan, then just kind of lift that out and stick it back on the top because it will firm up over. I like to spray them, but that's just for the sides, not for the bottom, because we have enough butter in the bottom.
I'm into this.
Okay, then the last thing is that you just want to put a dollop of whipped cream with it.
Yes,
and you have a wonderful dessert, an easy dessert, a little retro dessert, and just eat one, or maybe I'll write two.
And I see the large scale size. Do you have a preference? Do you like the actual cake, or is there something endearing to you too about these little bites?
No, I like the little bites because I like the proportion. I can grab one and I don't feel guilty.
See, but don't you grab 10 if they're little? Don't you think, oh, it's not as bad?
All right, you still have to watch that.
Okay, all right, fine. I'm excited to try this. Emmy will love it as well, so thank you so much, Becky. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Look for this recipe on our website, studio5.ksl.com, or you can always search Becky Low's name in our search engine, or search by recipe too there in the upper right-hand corner of the website screen.